step one. Take the bindings off of your ski.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so just a quick rundown of things that you'll need in order to do this Smitty sled build. We went and bought a 2x10 by 8 for doing our uprights. You'll have a little extra left over. A 2x4 for doing your cross braces, some skis, and then your hardware here. So we use some 6-inch carriage bolts. We're gonna use some nylon lock nuts on the backside along with some washers on the backside. And the carriage bolts will just drop in like so. So then we did some screw-in hooks here for doing your tie downs for your ratchet straps. And then we did a bigger size here for doing your rope when you tie your rope on for actually pulling the whole sled from it. And then here what we ended up doing for mounting the skis to the uprights is we did a number 10 by 2 flathead stainless screw. That'll mount the skis to your uprights and it'll be nice and flush. We'll countersink them on the other side so nothing is scraping and rubbing around. These are our uprights. We used a 2x10. We're making them 12 inches long. 2x4 will sit right in the middle after we cut the notches out. Got one cut. 3 to go. Roberto on a saw. Woo.
All right, now that we got our risers cut to 12 inches, we're gonna take a measurement from each side. We'll do 4 1/4 inches from each end. And this will be so our cross braces can rest in nice and flush. And then we'll go 1.5 inches deep so that our 2x4 will sit nice and flat.
So we're drilling the holes in the corner to make it easier when you're coming around with your blade from a jigsaw. You can turn the corner. It just makes it a little easier. Plus what we're actually doing is we'll be using a circle saw to make these cuts just to make it a little cleaner, not so jigsaw cut.
Nice and flat.
Nice and flat, nice and even is what you want to go for here.
Don't be afraid here to cut the outside of your measurement line because you want your board to fit in a little loose. Loose is better than tight.
Boom! Ready for cross braces.
We just went a little wider than our sled with our cross brace length. Just so if we wanted to set something on the edge and make sure we can get our straps around it and that kind of thing. All right, so now that we got our risers drilled for our cross braces, you'll see that we have it noted here so that each piece will fit together properly. And we use the drill press to make sure that it went nice and straight so that when we put it in, it'll go in nice and easy.
All right, so here we positioned our wood, our uprights and our cross braces on the ski just to kind of get an idea of where we want them mounted. So then we came over here, and what we actually ended up going with here is looked good to us and we feel comfortable with. We measured 7 inches from the back of the ski, and then measured another 12 inches forward here on the ski, because that's what the distance of our upright is. And then all I did was from there to figure out where we're mounting our screws to mount to the uprights. I measured 3 inches, 6 inches, 9 inches. 3 screws in the upright should be enough. That's all.
Alright, so now that we got our holes drilled here, we found a drill bit that matches the head of the bolt or screw that we're going to be putting in through the bottom. So we're just going to countersink that a little bit and drill a little bit into the bottom so it'll sit flat. Alright, so now we're just drilling some holes to mount our eye bolts for the ratchet straps. I got one in each corner here. And we'll take and drive these through. And that'll give us a point to harness down everything that we're going to be storing and putting on top of it. Alright, so we got some bigger eye bolts here. And we're going to put the hole for this up towards the top of this here. So hopefully that when we're pulling on the rope, it'll be lifting on our skis here, making it a little easier to pull. Make sure you get it nice and center there. And we'll use the tool to drive that the rest of the way in.
Okay, so last step here, we got our rope. Rope, you're kind of just guessing on length here. Everybody kind of likes it a little longer or shorter. It just kind of depends on what you're comfortable with. And you got your clips for clipping on your eyelets here. So you just tie your rope onto the clip. Tie your rope on, clipper on, ready to go. Smitty sled, breakdown, build.
How does it come apart?
Okay, get back to your truck, pull the front one off, pull your back one off, boom, throw it right in the truck.
Done.